disease, disease,
Serious illness. The new medicine will help sufferers of the disease to lead a normal life.
loud and clear, loud and clear,
Very clear and easy to understand. The professor's message was loud and clear. Anyone who handed their coursework in late would fail the course.
minimize,
Minimize. To lower something to the lowest possible level. In order to minimize the risk of an accident, cyclists should wear bright clothing so that they are easily visible to motorists.
under circumstances of,
Cassie felt unwell and, under circumstances of her recent illness, the doctor decided to do some tests.
chronic stress,
Chronic stress, long-term anxiety. Janice had to leave her job because she was suffering from chronic stress.
inescapable,
Inescapable, unavoidable. Brad hated doing his accounts, but it was inescapable because they were required by law.
Take a heavy toll on somebody.
To have a seriously bad effect on somebody. The stress at work has taken a heavy toll on Roy. He hasn't had a good night's sleep for weeks.
mild,
Not severe. Even mild exercise, such as walking, is good for your general health.
secrete,
A part of a body or a plant to produce liquid. Some types of plants secrete poisons which they use to kill small insects.
hormone,
Hormone, a chemical made by living cells, which makes an organs of your body to do something. Adrenaline is a hormone produced when we do something exciting or frightening.
serve a function,
Serve a function. To perform a task, exercise serves the function of making us feel happier as well as making us healthier.
blood flow,
The movement of blood around the body. Studies have shown that eating too much salt can restrict blood flow around the body.
handle,
To deal or cope with a problem or a situation. Simon found it difficult to handle the amount of work he had to do at university.
evolve,
To develop, to change. The project evolved from a simple idea into the production of a new medicine.
immune system,
This system consisting of all the organs and processes in your body, which protects you from illness and infection. Vitamin C, which is found in oranges, strengthens your immune system and helps you fight off illness.
the risk of,
The risk of. The threat of something. If you eat a lot of junk food, you run the risk of getting heart disease later in life.
neurological disease,
Neurological disease, illness related to the nerves. Doctors say the operation to treat her neurological disease was a success.
in effect,
In reality, in effect, a healthy diet can reduce your chance of becoming ill.
workout,
An exercise routine. Alex does the same workout every morning, half an hour at the gym and then a 5-kilometer bike ride.
ensure,
Make certain. Please ensure that you check in your luggage and an hour before the flight is due to leave.
functional,
Functional. Working properly. The new car park will not be fully functional until next year.
distinguish between,
Distinguish between. To tell the difference between two or more things. I find it hard to distinguish between the twins. They look so alike.
disheartened,
Disheartened, disappointed. He was disheartened by his failure to pass the math exam.
push my body to the limit,
push to the limit or push my body to the limit, to go to the extent of my physical ability. Running the marathon required George to push his body to the limit.
Accomplishment.
Accomplishment, an achievement. Graduating from university was Russell's greatest accomplishment.
By far.
More than the rest. Anna's was by far the best performance in the music competition.
Beneficial.
Beneficial, helpful and good. Taking up a sport is beneficial for people's social skills as well as their health.
Industry.
Industry, all the companies, factories, and people that produce things for sale. Testing new remedies is just a small part of the industry which creates, packages, and sells medication.
Professional assistance.
Professional assistance, help from somebody who is a professional in their field. People who suffer from chronic stress should seek professional assistance for their illness.
Practitioner.
Practitioner, somebody who works in a profession, especially medicine or law. Dr. Francis is a stress management practitioner who has his own practice helping people deal with stress.
Cure.
Cure, a treatment or medicine that makes a disease disappear. Scientists are still looking for a cure for cancer.
Counselor.
Counselor, a person who gives advice on a specified subject. That is, personal or social problems. Ben went to see a counselor to help him deal with his personal problems.
Embrace.
Embrace, to accept. Lauren tried to embrace the sensation of being the newest pupil in class instead of feeling nervous. Sensation.
Sensation.
A feeling that you get when something affects your body. Bungee jumping gives you an extreme sensation of falling.
Psychologists.
Psychologists, a person who treats illnesses of the mind. Heather qualified as psychologist after 7 years of study.
Secrete.
Secrete, a part of the body or plant to produce liquid. Some types of plants secrete poison, which they use to kill small insects.
Immune system.
Immune system, the system consisting of all the organs and processes in our body which protects us from illness and infection.
Media.
The media, newspapers, magazines, television, the internet, and radio considered as a group. In the last 50 years, the media influence has grown steadily with the advance of technology.
Practitioners.
Practitioners, somebody who works in a profession, especially in medicine or law. Dr. Jameson was a top practitioner in the field of infectious disease.
Who says stress is bad for you? Think stress is your enemy? Think again. To be happy and healthy, we all need a little stress in our lives. Stress, the disease of our times. Stress-related illnesses, the #1 cause of doctors' visits. Stress, the silent killer. It seems like you can't pick up a newspaper or magazine these days without seeing a headline about stress and how bad it is for your health. The message is loud and clear. Stress is your enemy and you should be doing everything you can to minimize it in your daily life. Is stress really the monster it is made out to be by the media? On the contrary, most experts believe there is nothing wrong with experiencing a little bit of stress from time to time. As physiologist Monica Fleschner states,
Only under circumstances of chronic stress do we suffer its negative effects.
this type of stress comes when we face a situation that feels inescapable or takes a heavy toll on us. A stressful job or an unhappy home life, for example. On the other hand, experiencing mild stress, according to Fleschner, can even be good for us. When we feel stressed, glands in the body secrete hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol, which serve a number of functions. For one, they make the heart beat faster, thereby increasing blood flow to the brain and muscles and making us ready for action. As psychiatrist Judith Orloff states,
Stress energizes us, speeding up our systems to handle what we have to handle.
accordingly, stress is not a problem, as it is usually perceived, but actually a condition that humans have evolved over thousands of years to deal with problems. Stress does not only have benefit in the short term. Recent research suggests that regularly experiencing short periods of mild stress can strengthen the body's immune system and lower the risk of neurological diseases such as Alzheimer's. In effect, stress acts like a workout for the brain. Just like exercising a muscle in the gym, stress exercises the brain, ensuring it stays healthy and fully functional. It's also worth thinking about the consequences of stress. Psychologists distinguish between two main types of stress: distress and eustress. Basically, distress is negative stress. Even considering the positive effects mentioned above, distress more often than not makes us feel disheartened. Eustress, on the other hand, is the positive stress that results in us feeling happy. Take physical exercise, for example. It is undoubtedly stressful to push your body to the limit, but the health benefit and feeling of accomplishment afterwards by far makes the initial stress worth it. So why, you may be asking yourself, if eustress and even low levels of distress are beneficial, are we being continually fed the message that every type of stress is our enemy? According to Angela Padmore, author of The Truth About Stress, the answer lies with the multi-million-pound stress management industry. According to Padmore, the vast majority of us do not feel stressed to the point where we need to buy products or seek professional assistance. Yet in Britain alone, there are now over 15 million websites and 2 million stress management practitioners selling everything from hormone test sets to massage balls, all treating a condition that, to a large extent, does not need to be treated. People are made to think they have a problem so that they will hand over their hard-earned cash for the cure. As one experienced counselor put it, they've turned a normal part of living into a disease that needs to be cured. So, how can we apply this information to our everyday lives? Well, firstly, it's important to recognize the difference between chronic stress and mild stress. If you are suffering from the former, get help today. On the other hand, the next time that you feel mild stress, try to embrace the sensation. Don't get stressed about feeling stress. Chances are it's doing you a lot of good.